Welcome to Traffic Jam. My name is Leroy, and I'm gonna get right to it. Yeah, AEW has become the no sell show, and I'm gonna tell you why it's become that. As you know, that All In is coming out later by the end of this month, um, and I've been heavily critical on this company, and I've been a critic of this show, and I'm talking about AEW, is it's becoming a no sell show as it is, spot driven, self destructive, recklessness, unbalanced, no selling to the highest degree. And I'm gonna tell you what they need to do to not sell, no sell everything and get rid of it and become a professional wrestling show. Now, here's all the weakness, and I have write this down, and I'm just gonna tell you what's going on with this. Finishing moves feels less important. Now, I've never seen so many. And this is just for me and from watching this show and AEW is the finishing moves don't mean anything anymore. And I always been saying this, man. You got to protect your finishing move at the end of the day. When you are a performer and you have your finisher, it should end your opponent like that. They shouldn't be. And it's been my pet peeve. I know WWE has this. I wouldn't say a disease, but in these wrestling shows that they don't protect their finishes anymore. And Undertaker did to this day said the biggest problem in wrestling is that people don't protect their finishes anymore. It's just like they kick out in their finishes, and it just doesn't mean anything. So wrestlers often kicks out multiple finishers during major matches, jiggling their moves that once ended match become transitional spots. And what they need to do, and I'm just gonna say what does cause the fans to stop believing the finisher. It actually should end the match, and it doesn't pays off with the. It doesn't do a payoff as it is, but what they need to do is, and it's simple: protect your damn finish. And if you're a performer, and save the multiple kickouts for the biggest rivals and pay per views, because it seems like AEW do these on these free shows, and they do that on Dynamite and Collision, and it don't mean anything, man. And they need to stop doing it and just go back to the basics, man. And also, and I'll go this, man. They use too much, not they use too much no selling on that show, man. I don't know how many times, and I'm gonna talk about the Young Bucks. Those guys are the definition of no selling. If you really want to make a definition of no selling, they big image will be known as the Young Bucks because they're allergic to no sell, man. They do these like unlimited super kicks. I mean, they are unique in the ring, man. There's no question about that. But it's just that they do these super kicks to the highest degree. It's just like the super kick is being overused. Because HBK, Shawn Michaels, was famous as the sweet chin music, was the ultimate finisher that like like he's the best ever in super kicks, man. There's nobody does a super kick better than HBK, aka Shawn Michaels, man. Like, and it's used over this for the past like I would say 10 years now that the super kick has been used so much. So what they need to do is let the wrestlers sell injuries through the match because MJF is one of the best of selling to their opponents, and then keep the long term consequences where they could sell the injury to get the crowd reaction to what they are. Because it seems like they do these no selling moves, man, and it's killing the show as it is. It really is, man. And these matches sometimes runs too long, man. I never these matches go at least 15, 20 minutes on free TV. And I know it's not free TV, but I'm just saying like on television, on Dynamite and also Collision, is they have these 15, 20-minute matches, man, these endless commercials, man, and it just drives the storytelling away from the there. And I always say there's no storytelling in AEW, man. And I understand they'll say that the Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega, man. We've seen these guys before. I have been watching from New Japan Pro Wrestling, catching up the history of that. I'm glad they have a library like that. Dude, they have been fighting so much on the show, man, and they still don't tell a damn story with this show. It drives the fatigue of the viewership and less time for promos and character development, man. Because it seems like they have matches to the fifth degree. I think I will give AEW credit, man. At least they defend the title on their shows, man. Like unlike WWE, because they want to save for the pay per view. Because yeah, you don't want to put your wrestlers at risk, but at least they do defend the title. But it's sometimes I just feel like they have no meaning in these matches, man. It just seems like everybody has an opportunity to get a championship instead of earning it, and just it's just a clash you know where, man. What they need to do is limit the matches for 5 minutes, do 10-minute TV matches, and do 20-minute main events, man. Because I feel like these main events goes at least 30, 40 minutes on these shows, man. It really does, man. And it creates unpredictability if they do it. Just limit the matches, do it 5 minutes, and then just go from here. Because I feel like less is more, and I always use the quote with Vince Russo: "Less is more, man." And this is one of my big stars that it's a spot fest mentality, man. I never seen a show like AEW that do spot fests to the highest degree. If you don't believe me, go watch AEW tonight. And I think they're gonna have it in Mexico City. I'm not sure. Probably this city. Yeah, in Mexico, man. Go watch that show, man, and tell me how many times they'll do spot fests in these matches, man. I'm not. You don't have to count. You just gotta watch it and see how many times they do it. Because it seems like these matches prioritize sequence over logic progression, man. And fans do not will remember that spot, but will not remember the story as it is, man. Because it seems like they take these high risk maneuvers and it doesn't, and people forget about it, man. What they need to improve on is every high risk must should advance the narrative to the match, man. Don't use these spot fests as like because it seems like every wrestler that does these spot fests, it just creates nothing, man. It creates like emptiness as it is, man. If they're gonna do that, man, save it for the pay per views, man. I appreciate they do that, and I will give AEW credit. They have these pay per views, man. Now, my only pet peeve about them is they have these 6, 7 hour shows, man. It can be really redundant, but save it for the pay per views, man, and then just go from here, man. And then this is people that is not talking about is the inconsistent rules that they have, man. These refs are like corpse that's in a freaking what's that movie? 28 Days Later or Return of the Living Dead. Everybody, Night of the Living Dead. If you ever watched those movies, go watch it. Great, great classic. It just seems like these refs are like zombies out there, like, and they just don't control the match, man. I don't know how many times they do these, not these. I mean, they do one or two, three, but and then they just let the wrestlers do whatever they want, man. And I always say this: you don't want the inmates running the asylum, man. You just don't, man. You really don't want to do that. And in these tag team matches, man, it's they don't do hot tags anymore. It's just like they do cold tags out of nowhere. Like the Young Bucks, their example, man. I've been talking about them. I mean, the Don Callis family. I mean, I can go on and on with these tag teams, man. Because it seems like they just don't care what they do with these matches, man. It's just like they do whatever they want, and they have a selfishness of what they do in the business, man. And that's what is critical with AEW, man. It's just like they insult their intelligence to the highest degree. And I'm just gonna say this: what they need to do is apply the rules, man. Be consistent. Make it matter, man. Make it a regular match because it seems like it's a video game as it is, man. It really is, man. And I am gonna talk about also, and I think people needs to understand this is character development sometimes take a backseat, man. There's so much talent on this roster, man. And I will say this, and I will put AEW over. They have the best talent probably in pro wrestling right now. I know that is a big feat, man. Just look at their roster, man. You could put so many people in this ring, well, not in the ring, but in storylines right now that they could be used properly as it is, man. It just seems like, and I've been saying this, it's like they let the wrestlers do everything they want, man. And I've been talking about this man on the screen. As you see, Tony Khan, the owner of AEW, is allowing this to happen, man. And he needs to be a leader. And I've been saying this. He needs a mentor that understands the wrestling business. and get everybody on the same page, man. It's just that they lack character development. It just seems like they use their talent oversees their talent in the ring than they do with their character, man. And sometimes wrestlers receive limited character progressions between matches, man. Like you said, the spot fests, the self-destructive. I could talk about Dario in the moment, doing these high risk maneuvers and not be able to tell a story and what it is, man. And what they need to do to improve it, they need more backstage segments, man. And then have personal rivalries. Now I understand they have with Real Ospreay versus Kenny Omega because they have past with New Japan Pro Wrestling, and you get the idea, man. Just use that. Use it as a personal rivalry. Be motivated with their matches, man, and just having a great match, man. Yes, they put great matches and all that, but it's just like they overbooked themselves with this. And I've been talking about this, man, Tony Khan, man. You got to be a leader. Get somebody that knows the business and go over here, man. And I could talk about the unlimited Canadian destroyers, the top row finishes, the multiple kickouts, the constant blood in these matches, man. And I've been only talk about John Moxley, man. He's a mental case in the ring, and I always talk about the Death Riders. They a outlier to me, a outlier, man. In these crazy spots, man. They need to save these in the pay per views, man, because they do it on these free shows and Collision Dynamite, and it just gets overused as it gets, man. And I could talk about the wrestlers that is part of the problem. Um, Will Osprey, Kenny Omega, Okada, John Moxley. I mean, I can go with Mac Jackson, Nick Jackson, as you know, the Young Bucks. I've been talking about them. Ricochet, uh, Takesha, which he is really talented, but he's used over his moves. And I've been talking about Darby Allen in this situation, man, which is he's a death defying wrestler that takes tons of risks, man. And I'm gonna talk about Darby Allen personally, and I hope Darby Allen's watching this, man. Hey, man, you gotta stop doing these high risk. Man, I understand you want to be like the hardcore legend like Mick Foley, and Mick Foley is on that show, man. I just don't like the spot where he is right now because it seems like he's being too nice with these guys. It's just like he needs some veteranship because he's the ultimate hardcore legend. He should tell him like, "Hey, we don't need to. You can not do this, do that, and all that." But he's just being a participant instead of a actual mind. Because my like Mick Foley has the mind of he's like the ultimate wrestling psychologist as it is, man. But it just like seems like he's part of it instead of just improving it of the show, man. And Darby Allen does take a numerous punishment and often continues to wrestle at a high pace, stressing believing from some viewership. He's like the Jackass. If everybody knows Jackass, the show, and I will be putting myself over this. I used to like that show. I really do, man. But it's just like he's the Jackass of all wrestlers, man. It just seems like Darby Allin takes these risks, man. I don't understand it. It's just that for his sake, man, he needs to stop doing this because he's gonna be ending himself in the hospital like the age of 40, man, and be paralyzed. And I don't wish that on nobody, man. But it seems like he takes this risk, man. He's gonna be like in a wheelchair in the next few years, man. Darion, just save yourself from yourself and stop doing these maneuvers, man. And I could talk about Ricochet, man. Yeah, he's so athletic. I think he's the most high flying wrestler of all time. And that is a big statement, but it just seems that he uses athletic sequence and sometimes outweigh his sustained selling, man. Because he can sell at sometimes, but it just doesn't sell to what the meaning of the match is, man. And I could talk about John Moxley, his portraying as extreme, resilient, and through punishment, man. And I've been saying this, he's a mental case in the ring. I just believe he could use his persona with Dean Ambrose on that show, man. He just doesn't need to take all of this, but he just go over the edge as it is, man, in these matches, man. And I was talk about last year when he got the spat the what is it the spat spike on the back, and I don't know understand why he did that movement. It didn't make no sense because you can really paralyze your back as it is from last year. I know everybody he took a lot of heat for that, but I know he thought about, man, I shouldn't be doing this, man. And I can also talk about Kenny Omega. He does. You said the best bout machine, man. Um, he does take a lot of punishment as it is, and I will talk about Will Ospreay. He do, and he's unique in the freaking ring, man. I'm not taking that away from him. The things he does, man, is really unique. It's just these both of these guys, man, take these extreme high pace offense, frequent kickouts, and rapid recoveries after major moves, man. Because it seems like these moves they do, man, is really devastating. You know, they're in that new Japan Pro Wrestling mindset, that strong style. Power or that offense they use is oversees their abilities and their character, man. And they need to tell the story because I like how they are telling the story as it is. You know, they do put a lot of effort in that moment, but it just seems like they need to save it for the pay per views. Save it for the pay per views. Just do that, man. It's an easy thing to do, but don't put it on TV show like Dynamite and Collision and you sell everything you move, and then it doesn't mean anything once the pay per view comes, man. And it's just they sell to the highest degree, and they need to stop doing it, man. Now I will give wrestlers that sells to the to the degree, man. MJF, as you know, he's the best wrestler in that company by a universal part. Sora Strickland, and you can put Edge and Christian Cage because they're veterans, man. And and that's pretty much it, man. It really that's pretty much it, man. And those wrestlers they do sell to the highest degree, man. It's just that these other wrestlers that you had as your top guys, they don't sell at all, man. And they really need to clean that up, man, and be a well balanced show where they don't need to show all these moves, man. They need to do that, man. They really need to do that. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. AEW has become the no sell show, man. If you like shows that people don't sell anything on any move, man, go watch that show, man, and you'll see an example, man. It's a spot fest. It's a self destruct, reckless, unbalanced, no selling, um, cartoonish, hyperactive, recklessness. I said that again. Broken show, man. And they need to do something with that. And I'm really critical on AEW of not selling this. I'm not hating on this company. I would love to see this company proceed as it is. It's just that they just don't sell at all. If they just be like WWE, which they do limit um the no selling on that, and they do a pretty damn good job, mate. And they're trying to clean that up of selling the move and the whole 9 yards, man. And it just kills me with this show, man, that they do so much, and I feel like they overbook themselves of putting on a show where they just give everything for free on TV, man, and they could just use it in the pay per views, man. Yeah, man, and I always gonna point that guy in the middle, Tony Khan, man. And I've been saying this: you need a mentor, man. Just get a mentor. Just do that. You got all the money in the world. Pay somebody that can tell you hey, we need to do this. Hey, you need to tell them not to do that. Be a leader, man. But it's like it's just like the wrestlers do whatever they want, man. And if they continue on this road, man, it's gonna drive these people away, man. It really is, man. All right, guys. I could go along with this. Thank y'all for tuning in. AEW, man, just clean your act up, man. Just do it, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, and you have a good day, and y'all be safe.